Well, this is what's sure to be one of my last videos at this location. As I move from here in like 3 days, something like that. On the agenda today is this guy. Probably can't see it very well because the lighting's not great out here. It is a Kentucky fire cured cigar from the Muwat collection. Apparently it's Kentucky seed tobacco that's smoked and rolled in the Hoya de Nicaragua plant, which is where the Rosalones come from, which is one of my favorite sort of budget-friendly cigars. These bad boys are tough to get here in the part of Canada that I live in. I had to special order this and a couple more that I gave to some friends, and they're out of stock now. So the first, maybe the last time, I have the old Kentucky fire cured cigar. So my friend told me that this was going to be a mustache burner. I gotta say, it's got a really good flavor profile. Now, I bought these reasonably affordable, but I think it would be much more expensive if my regular tobacconist could get it. Like I said, I had to special order it, and the place I ordered from is out of stock. So if I get a chance again, I might just get a whole box of them. Now that I got a decent sized humidor, I suppose one of my future videos in my new location could be a humidor a humidor tour, because I'll be moving to an apartment where I can't really smoke inside, so I'll have to find other creative ways to do these smoke related videos. I can tell you right away, the tight draw up front took a bit to start it. Could be my humidor. My humidor it is new, and I don't think I've quite got it. Oh geez, I'm right out of the shot there. I don't think I've quite got my humidor sorted out yet. The video's not going to be great. The audio's not going to be great. Filming it on my cell phone because all my better video equipment is off in storage. There'll be some upgrades coming for that. More about that in the future as well. For now, I'm going to sit and spend one of the last days in what was my backyard, enjoying what is a highly recommended cigar. Tight draw. I had to put a match in the back end of it to loosen the drop a bit. A lot of tobacco. Nice sized cigar. It's a Robusto and a long Robusto. Before I lit it, I gotta say, it smelled like Isla whiskey. So I was kind of like, you got me there. Specifically, one that I have currently, I think it's called Dunbaggin. Anyways, so it smelled like Isla whiskey before I lit it. When I smoke it, basically, it smells like tobacco whiskey. It smells like decent tobacco. So right away when I first lit it up, my initial thought was it's probably young tobacco, and they've probably done this whole smoking process to add some complexity. And I imagine if you're fortunate enough to have a couple boxes of these and you can sit them in your humidor for several years, I think they'll mellow out real nice. Right now it's pretty strong in flavor, and it's a big cigar for me, right? So I fully expect to get a bit of the nicotine sickness. If I don't, it'll be good. It is hard to keep lit, this bad boy. Unless I'm on it, it does tend to want to go out, and I do think that has to do with my humidor. I wonder if I can catch this on the camera. You can actually see the spiral of the way the leaves were rolled in the burnt tobacco. It's kind of interesting. It's a neat little observation I've made. We're still going a bit, but I think we're going to have to reheat her. Using my little buck store lighter. One day I'll get a really nice light. Today's not that day. Among the other things, you know, topping up my humidor, expanding my whiskey collection. All this stuff is in my future. Not my immediate future, but my very near future. I should have some little higher end, more premium whiskeys to review in the future. And I'm going to have to find a new way to do these videos. Like I said, I'll probably end up just filming them in my car. Or I'll find really nice locations with nice backdrops, which is going to be tough in the winter, because the winter where I live, I don't know, by the time I get to like mid-January, it's going to be 5 feet of snow in my, well, I don't have to shovel it anymore because I moved into an apartment, so I don't got to worry about that. But there's a lot of snow out this way. So when I first got my humidor, it was pretty dry. And then I put a few too many Bovida or Bovita packages in it, and now it's a little damp. So you have to work on that. Well, the only solution, in my humble opinion, when your humidor is too damp, some people could say put it in a dry space. I say just buy more cigars, suck up all that moisture. Why not, right? That's the plan. An interesting journey up till now in my life. A lot has changed and is changing, and some of it's scary, some of it's fun, some of it's sad, but all of it is momentum. I've had a lot of time to quietly meditate. One of the things I've thought about is what cost me the most in life. And the answer, the closest thing I could get to finding an answer, was hesitation. Hesitation, I think, has cost me more in life than anything else. Now, I understand playing it safe, saving your money, trying to do the right thing and make sure you're secure. But if you're spending all your time trying to play it safe, and you're not taking risks, and you see something and maybe you don't want to make a move on it, you want to wait till you have more money. I know this is bad advice for a lot of people, but the thing about things in life, not necessarily experience, but things tend to go up in price, right? So the thing you might be interested in today is likely going to go up in price in the future. So if the money's there, why not get it? Even if it's, you know, for me, I play music, right? You know, and some of the stuff that I buy now, I know is going to cost me much more in the future. So I try not to hesitate on that stuff. The other thing is I spent the last, I'm going to say 6 years taking it easy. And, you know, that's my sort of motto of this show, take her fucking easy. But I learned the hard way, if you take it too easy, it can cost you too much. So it's a balance between taking it easy and staying busy. And when the sun sets and the weather's nice and the moon's rising, maybe then you take a rest. Maybe then you take it easy. Maybe then you slow down. Life is going to put you in uncomfortable positions at some point. And it's okay to be uncomfortable for a bit. In fact, I recommend being uncomfortable for a bit. Forget who said it. It's probably something from some sort of religious text, but, you know, you have to suffer to grow. It's that old saying, if you're comfortable, you're not growing, right? You have to be uncomfortable to grow. So in those times of struggle where you're really uncomfortable and you feel like, you know, you've been put out in a way in an uncomfortable situation, seize it as an opportunity for growth. And when it all settles, when the storm settles, you're not going to regret that time. And you're going to see that period of discomfort as a good period of growth. I mean, there's such a thing as bad discomfort too, but I think for the most part, if you're comfortable, you're not growing. So on the cigar again. It's a pretty good flavor profile. It's kind of all over the place, but that smokiness comes through. The fire cured situation comes through. I believe this is Nicaraguan tobacco. After all, it's rolled in the Hoya de Nicaragua plant, which does the Rosalón, which is one of my favorite budget-friendly cigars. I also like the factory smokes, which is from Drew Estate. This is good from Drew Estate. That real budget blend that I did a few videos on. Some of those aren't great, but most of them are pretty good. So I think I would definitely be recommending Drew Estate as a cigar brand. So far, haven't let me down. We are getting a bit of evolution as we get past the first third, and it's basically just doubling down on all the flavors. Everything's richer. Everything's popping. The flavors that were all sort of one ball of flavor are starting to spread out, and I can pull out a few different flavors, which is nice. Bit of chocolate, bit of vanilla. You know, I tend to find that stuff in cigars. Toasted nuts for sure. I'd say toasted almond probably. There's something way back in sort of the aftertaste that reminds me of a really nice steak. You know, one that they haven't seasoned too much, just like maybe a little salt, a little pepper on the grill, forget about it. Now I could stay with you, come back at the end, and tell you what other flavor profiles I've gotten out of it, but this has that distinctly Drew Estate flavor in and amongst all the other stuff going on. Something about Drew Estates, I don't know, they stand out to me. But as you can hear, there's a fair bit of noise and hammering going on. That's something I'm not going to miss about this neighborhood. And so I'll just leave you with that. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. I know it can be maybe boring, but maybe it's relaxing to you. I don't know. I just shoot these videos because I kind of like doing it, kind of like editing and seeing what comes out at the end. As you can see, I'm a pretty relaxed guy here, and this is one of my happy places. A nice cigar, beautiful, unseasonable weather, and a whole world of progress ahead of me. So if you like it, like and subscribe. If you don't, you can always do me that one favor and take her fucking easy. But don't take her too easy, and don't hesitate. Do the things you want to do. Make them happen. Because they don't happen on their own. There's no life-changing fairy going to come out of the sky and make the world better for you. You got to kind of do that yourself. I'm sure we'll be talking again later. For now, cheers.